I can't be a fucking person.
Oh man.
I was genuinely disrespected on that podcast because, like you said, they always have something separate with the celebrity guests, blah blah blah. But they just sprinkle me in with these
No,
bitches.
I'm not saying they always do. I'm saying my understanding is
Well,
that
considering the
that's
fact that they was
typically the
using,
format of the show.
well, typically, exactly, and
Yeah.
considering the fact that nobody they never use nobody's song like that on their show, I'm clearly special.
Mhm.
It's just a fact. You
So
never used nobody's song like that on your show. You put me on your soundboard, and then you started using I got offended when they started using diapers because they weren't even using them
wait,
good.
what?
Yes,
Wait, what do you
yes,
mean?
they started holding up one pamper and shit while playing the song. Nigga couldn't even come.
Oh.
All that motherfucking money, and y'all couldn't even come with the racks, nigga. All that goddamn money, and you niggas was like this. You couldn't even come with the racks. That's why y'all podcasts suck. You suck.
Hold on, Brad.
Bro,
So,
they've been regurgitating the same talking points for 3 years, and these simp ass, sex worker saver ass niggas still support them. You're sex worker savers. You a simp. You a lame. You a sex worker saver. You a simp. You a lame. You a sex worker saver. A
now,
sex worker saver.
let
You
me
a
ask you
sex
this.
worker saver, nigga.
Let me ask you this.
Fucking sex worker saver ass niggas.
Before you went on Fresh and Fit,
Disrespecting the fuck out of me. Then you got the nerve. Then you got the nerve to be mad that a grown man acts like he was disrespected.
wait,
Fuck out of here.
who disrespected?
Them. The whole platform disrespected me, nigga. Like I just said. Motherfuckers was playing my song for a month on that show. It was some unprecedented shit happening on Fresh and Fit. They were having a love affair with my song. But they couldn't even have a love affair. It was the dopest bromance. You ever been in a locker room? You an athlete, my nigga?
Yeah.
You know what a bromance is? Ain't nothing gay about that shit. It's just my nigga. That's all it is. It's a whole bunch of, that's my guy.
So you feel like they didn't give you the respect that you deserve?
They didn't give me any respect. I ain't deserve shit. It's on my platform.
Mm-hmm.
But I deserve to at least get the same respect as these hoes.
Okay,
and
so
the hoes and the women, because there were some women on there.
Nah, there was probably all.
No, my nigga, no. There was a woman.
I ain't signed off on
Listen
that.
to me. You just said you didn't watch it. Let me check you, big dog.
No. I'm doubling down. They're all floozies.
No, sir. I have to disagree with you, man.
Yeah, we gonna agree on that. But go ahead, take your piece.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because there were 8 people on there. There are 8 women, and I'm an individuality respecter, so you can't look at them under an umbrella.
No, you can't look at them under an umbrella. To the big
there you go.
Yeah, I got 0% respect.
What about the woman who's on her second husband? She got married when she just listen to her story, man.
Crazy, but
no, it's not.
Crazy, but
you don't even want to listen to her because she's a misogyny.
Yeah, no, in real life. But here's the thing: misogyny means hatred of women.
I love
it doesn't
niggas
mean
doubling
hatred
down
of
on how they
slores.
feel.
You know,
I love how niggas doubling.
Yeah,
I love niggas doubling
I
down
don't
how
mess
they
with
feel.
slores. You heard
That's
me?
my
Like
type of nigga. You
know a real woman, it's all beautiful. But if she's a slore, I'm gonna treat her like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's the thing about the Fresh and Fit podcast. You think everybody's a slore because that's what they do. They don't.
Yeah.
They never.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ever highlight the intelligent women who have plenty to say about a lot.
Bro, that's not their business model, man. Like, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you a true story.
You right.
That's not their business model, and I respect them as businessmen, which is to say that they bring on women that are going to feed their audience.
Taking my feelings out of it, I completely agree with that. Taking my personal feelings about how they disrespect women, but I can't get with that shit.
Oh, I don't even think they disrespect women.
They do, my nigga. I was there
in
real time, cousin. You can't tell me they don't disrespect women, cuz I was there in real time.
See, that's an opinion. That's an opinion right there.
It's not, cuz, because you won't even let me talk. You weren't even there. You can't speak on the shit if you weren't there and you didn't see it.
Okay, tell me how they disrespect. Well, first off, tell me who the woman was. Tell me who the woman.
Just let me tell you who she was.
I want to just tell you the 2 parts.
Because I'm passionate about defending women.
We're gonna listen to you. I just want to give you the 2 parts we want to hear from you, and then I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna listen to you.
Bet it up.
So the first piece is which one was the woman to you, and I'm gonna listen to you, and then like once we get a sense of that, and then just move on to like how did they disrespect the woman. So go ahead. I'm yielding the floor to you.
I bet. Ooh, nice. Okay, hold on. Let me.
So which one was the woman?
Her. It was the one Caucasian woman that was on there.
With the nose?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's that. And that's the problem. Is because of the editing and the lack of good hosting. Nobody cares about this woman's story. And there's you know what I'm saying? And her story.
You're actually, right. I don't give a shit about her story, but go ahead.
You feel me? And her story actually makes them money, but they're too stupid to realize it. Listen to me, big dog. Right. Now I got your ears. Now I got them ears. You know what I'm saying? Come.
Yeah,
let me tell you a country tale real quick. You feel me? So I'm in there listening to this lady. She's on her second husband, right? Her first marriage, she acknowledged that she gained a bunch of weight. So when they got a divorce,
with that face, you can't be gaining weight. She tripping. Go ahead though.
She acknowledged she was the problem.
For sure. You did.
But you know women don't do that shit on a large scale.
Do what?
So acknowledge when they're the problem.
Yeah, almost never, but go ahead.
So that's why immediately I'm like, okay, see, that's the thing. I got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. I listen very well. Right. So I heard it when she said that shit. I'm like, okay, accountability. I'm the accountability police apparently out here. You know, I like this.
All right.
So then she said she lost the weight, took some etiquette classes. I was like, you heard me?
That's
took some etiquette. That's right. She took some etiquette classes. Hold on, I'm looking for my. You already know. Look, I'm looking for that. Gonna roll up that. Anyway, so she took some etiquette classes, and became the kind of woman that she knew the kind of guy that she would want. And she didn't have like a sex worker past or anything. And she's a 6-figure earner.
That's what she said publicly. Let me put that out there.
No, she didn't say that.
Publicly is that she had a sex worker past.
No. What she said publicly was she's a corporate woman. A 6-figure earner. But what she said publicly was she know damn all that shit don't matter to a man. She never led with that shit. They had to pull that shit out of her. When they asked her about herself, she led with, I'm a housewife. You know what I'm saying?
Why was she on the show? Did you get a sense of that? Now that's a problem, Brandon. That's a problem. Not knowing why she's on the show, because one thing we know for sure, and I got something called the Book of Dark Truths. It talks about human nature. Human beings are selfish, especially females. So why did she show up?
I know why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I just figured it out literally. So they're talking, and so she became, you know, she got a good figure.
Wait, you said she had a good figure?
No, like she lost 200 pounds. Come on now.
But no, I'm asking, does she have a good figure though? Because listen, I'm a connoisseur, bro.
Me too.
I'm a connoisseur. From the neck up, I can tell she ain't got no wagon.
Listen, that's what I'm finna say. I didn't see her stand up.
Okay, yeah.
So I can't say nothing.
I felt like she ain't have it, but if she do, praise the Lord.
That's what I'm literally exactly that.
Yeah.
I didn't see her stand up. Whenever a fine woman trying to holler at me or see, it happens sometimes. Okay, I'm not trying to be, you know, whenever I'm flirting with somebody or whatever, if I don't see her stand up, then I can't get her number.
Oh yeah, you more strict than I am, bro. But
you know what I'm saying? I gotta see that. Boy, I'm from the South, big dog. I gotta see that thing. You feel me?
I'm a real bad man. You feel me? Go ahead, but go ahead.
You know, exactly. So yeah, I didn't see her stand up. I don't know what she's working with, but I know what she's working with here. You know, so she met her husband or whatever.
She said where she met him?
I don't. A dating app.
Oh shit!
Listen, check me out. The tale gets better.
Bro, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's one of those dating apps that I've never heard of for motherfuckers with money.
Okay.
Because you know, I ain't never had shit.
It's called Give Me Some Sugar app.
Nah. It's like Tinder, but like you gotta have, you know, there's like levels to everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you know, women
trying to find a man with money
because she got money and she's worked on herself a lot.
So she says though, but go ahead. Because a lot of broads say a lot of things. I don't believe a damn thing.
I forget what they asked everybody where they worked and what they did, and she was very specific, and she doesn't stutter like me. You know what I'm saying? Like she was a very dignified lady.
Yeah, I'd have to break her down, but you know, we might have to see if we get her come through.
Yeah. Just check her out. You know, break her down, bro. She got a lot to say. I'm bragging on her right now, and you're gonna be like, and look, when you bring her on, when you bring me back on, I need you to say you was right, Brandon. I'm gonna need to hear it.
I'll tell you what though, if that turns out to be the truth, I'll be the first one to say it. But
I know you would, because you're a real nigga. It is what it is. Yeah. You know, you don't have to be a gangbanger to be a real nigga. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't no gangbanger by any
So,
means.
so
But
this is the chick that you said was
this
the woman.
Yeah,
And then how did they
I was
disrespect her?
rambling. No. She was on there because her husband met her on that fancy ass whatever app.
Yeah.
Because he paid for the Fresh and Fit. This nigga paid like $750 or $1,000 for these niggas to update his dating profile.
Okay.
But he got him a wife. She's right here. Big stupid ass. Her ring was stupid.
Okay.
Like dumbass. Like this is real and these is real. They're not dumbass, but so I just know real jewelry when I see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not flexing. These are not expensive. I'm just saying, but they are real. Her shit was ugly, my nigga. Like I was like you remember when you was talking about when you casually was like, I was like, she was passing that ring around the table. I was like,
she passing that bitch around?
I'm sorry.
She was passing that joint around the table?
They asked her to.
That's crazy.
Nobody's gonna talk about the fact. You know what I'm saying? Now on the surface, she was passing it around. They asked her to. I started popping my shit on that podcast when that bitch sarcastically said, "Who does he think he is?"
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bitch. Shit.
But how did they disrespect the
Because the entire chat, the entire time, all they talked about was her nose. Nothing else.
In the chat.
The chat. They
See,
didn't.
but here's the thing, Brandon.
They could have said something. They're the host. They could have said something.
On the field, there's the people on the field, and then there's the people in the bleachers.
I'm holding the host accountable.
If you're on the
field, they were watching the chat just like me.
I hear that, but
I saw that shit. They did. They could have politely asked They could have politely asked their gentleman fan base to lay off of that woman. And I was offended because I'm from the South and we don't treat women like that. It's that simple. Damn. Nah, son, it's that simple. Like bitches are bitches, hoes is hoes, but a lady is a motherfucking lady, my nigga, and so you will treat her like that in my presence.
And you don't believe that the chat is entitled to their opinion?
No. Now I remember when they disrespected her. I remember. I felt the disrespect, but that wasn't when they disrespected her. Right, that wasn't it. She told them about, that nice tale about, she literally popping shit about their service. Right?
And that's love. That's love right there.
Immediately they said, "So how's the sex life?" She's married, nigga. Why the boy, I wanted to slap everybody in that podcast, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She is on a dating podcast that's circled around Jerry Springer type content.
I understand. That's what she walked into. But I'm from the South, my nigga. I can't help how I feel. Y'all know I'm
Is Miami considered the South? Is Miami considered the South?
Florida's not the South. Okay. Like Florida's its own animal.
Right. In Miami, within Florida, is its own animal.
But I'm from North Carolina everywhere I go.
And it was their podcast. So what does it matter?
That's why I didn't say nothing crazy. You see, I'm talking to you like this.
Right.
I didn't start checking niggas on that podcast.
So you said that's how you. Okay. Oh, okay. So you know what? You're right. You're answering my question, which your answer is this is what you consider disrespectful. Okay.
I want to slap all them grown men on that podcast.
Fair enough. Okay. I got you.
I want to slap everybody because you don't talk to a lady. You don't talk to a lady the same way you talk to a bitch. Not in my presence. You don't do that shit.
Man, wow. Give me a second. Let me take a pause for the call. Shout out to Bo supporting the work. I appreciate you. May I also acknowledge the ballers. Shout out to Luis. He writes to Mr. Brandon, take this opportunity to be accountable.
I told y'all I acted a fool on the podcast example and I was emotional.
This is much needed today. The way you're portraying yourself resembles the unsalvageable 304s. Thank you for this learning opportunity, Marquette. Peace to the Saints.
May I respond to Luis?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have I not been transparent about my lack of tact on that podcast? Didn't I start this out by saying I couldn't justify my behavior, so I had to look at myself in the mirror?
Didn't we start that? It seems as though Czar right here agrees with you. He says that you have acknowledged your shortcomings and taken accountability. Shout out to the Clue channel writes, are you going to continue to pretend that this man is making sense just to keep from admitting Tommy was right?
Now he's disrespecting. Now he's insulting your intelligence for no reason.
This man is a real Tommy fan. I also find it strange. I want everyone to know that Marquette Devon Burton lives and dies by his principles. There's not many like me. That's why you don't understand me, because we are not the same. So I'm a real believer in
real member
values, principles, morals. A male who plays with his backside, that is a disgusting individual. And that is a signal that he is globally immoral, meaning everything about him is immoral, selfish, and narcissistic. He'll do anything for short-term thrill and gain. This is the kind of person you follow. If that's your leader, if that's your king, fantastic. When the revolution pops off, God willing, I have 2 spikes in front of my castle with each of your heads on them, okay? There's no middle ground here. People who engage in like disgusting things like that, nah, I don't sign off on it. Men who talk behind other men's backs, nah, I don't sign off on it. You see me, I'm a straightforward person. If I got an issue with somebody, I'm gonna bring it straight to their face and we're gonna deal with it. We're not gonna talk behind backs. I don't condone it. I don't promote it. And I'm gonna make sure that the young boys watching me, they see a great example of a man. So no, he's completely wrong. You have anything you want to add on that before we carry on?
I don't have to say shit when somebody else defends me. That's honestly, that's the one. Oh, let me get back to the time. I love it when I get back to a point I was trying to make. Remember when I was telling you that nobody has ever defended me like that, including my mama?
Including my mama. Go ahead.
Bro, she used to let my stepfather like verbally, like he was. My mama is, God bless her soul, man. Like she's not dead or anything.
Yeah,
she's just a person, and you know we all have our shortcomings. You know,
I'm sure she did the best that she could do. Sadly,
and
sometimes
she did.
No, but Triple, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I'm not saying she did a good job.
You know what?
I'm not saying she did a good job.
I'm not.
I'm saying she did the best that she could do, which might not be that good. You know, some people's best still sucks. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, it's like if you have a star athlete and you know what they could do and they just don't.
When they don't do what they could do, there's a blockage stopping them from what they could do.
And so a lot of real women would tell you, you better get rid of that blockage, lady. You got kids.
Right. But here's the thing. When a woman has a child,
I don't want to keep going on my mama. Because I could go on my
mama. Fair enough.
And I just won't.
Let's carry on. No, that's fair. Shout out to Uchenna. He writes, please bring me on. I'll destroy this random.
Right now.
Shout out to Blue Collar Dollar.
Right now. No.
Shout out to Casual Germ. He writes
that chump. Bring him on right now.
Nah, that's what we're not gonna do.
Oh, okay,
shout out to Casual Germ. He writes, recreational weed is all over Chicago. Why is he chain smoking roaches outside a building with no central air conditioning? Oh man, who is he about to burglarize for clout? Oh my goodness. Shout out to the ballers, double baller alert. Shout out to Elijah. He writes, they used your song or they put you on. Peace to the saints.
Can I answer that without sounding like a cocky asshole?
No, please do.
Their podcast is a dying animal.
Why do you say that?
Because they're demonetized. They're on the way out. They beg for subscriptions. They beg for donations. Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
Yeah. So they the only reason there wasn't a contest for people to submit songs to Fresh and Fit. Mm-hmm. My song was making waves, and they
is your belief that well, I guess we kind of already went through that, right? We went through the fact that you said they took too long to bring you on, and then when they did bring you on, they didn't.
So you know what I did? You know what I did? You know what I did?
What's that?
Did they put me on, or did I pimp these suckers for free promotion?
Are you asking that to Elijah?
I'm asking that to everybody.
Okay, there you go. The man that hit y'all with a rhetorical question.
I spent a lot of time in Memphis. You understand what I'm talking about? I knew they was holding me from the beginning. I said, oh, these niggas trying to hold me. So I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna pimp these bitches for all the shit they gonna give me.
So you didn't like
my song every single day. I ain't like them since I heard they called Kevin Samuels a homosexual. These niggas think I'm country and dumb. I'm Ultron, nigga. I'm Thanos, you mark ass nigga.
You did not like them long before you went on their show.
I called them bitch ass niggas on somebody else's interview. And I smoothed it over because I talked to them like bitches I was trying to fuck. So I smoothed it over and finessed my way onto their podcast. And let me tell you about some finessing shit. Niggas from the city. Let me tell you about some shit, bros. They tried to have me come into that podcast naked by myself. So I was like, nah, you got to come in with my content creators. They make my content. They got to come in. They're very professional. They weren't content creators. They were an up and coming podcast called Global Prenup. They came in there and soaked up game for 3 hours, pussy. They got serial numbers for machinery and everything. You. Mm, mm, mm,
Shout out to Ken J supporting the work, man. I also acknowledge Blue Collar Dollar supporting as well. Shout out to Vault Keeper.
Shout out Global Prenup also.
I acknowledge
these two brothers are brilliant. One of them owns a construction company. You don't think he know how to build something from the ground up? All he literally needs to know is get his eyes on shit. Watch Global Prenup come up from that 3 hours of free game. Pimp you niggas. For free promotion and free game.
Acknowledge the AP, the accountability partner. He writes, no disrespect to you, Brandon. You're doing to Saint what you said they did to you. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Give him an opportunity to speak and you listen, brother. Then you rebuttal.
Saint, how do you feel about this conversation?
I'm interviewing you. So if you talk the majority of the time, I'm fine with that. In as much as it's my channel, guys hear from me all the time. And so, go ahead. There have been times that we've been running over each other, and I hope that with more practice, you'll get a little bit sharper with this stuff and understand like how the business model works. But all in all, I don't feel disrespected. I think that you're in your zone. That's fantastic. That's what I want to see. And truth be told, I don't want to be some of those interviewers you listen to where it seems like they want to talk more than the guest. So that's fine. But yeah, have you interrupted me? Absolutely. But such is life. I don't take it as you being malicious or being angry or intentionally disrespectful or hateful. I take it as you're passionate about what you're saying
and a bit untrained, probably, right?
I mean, I think it's more personality. I think you're intelligent enough to know what to do, but sometimes our emotion or our intention, our energy overwhelms us. And so it's just a matter of tempering that if you choose to. You're a fully capable man and you can achieve whatever you would choose to do, but it's all about priorities. What is more of a priority at a given moment? Is it being heard or is it being polite? Shout out to I Don't Play Games, supporting the work. I appreciate it. Man, also he came right back. So I guess you want to read this. Okay. He writes, saying, if you are going to call Tommy out for that dumb take you had on it, then call Myron out for being called a bitch in his own house. And Fresh talked about, I wish this guy put a period somewhere because it's kind of hard for me to comprehend what he's writing. And I want to understand what you're writing so I can respond to it. He writes, being called a bitch in his own house, and Fresh talked about Jamal also after he left, called them out too. So I think he's suggesting that Myron should have done something when you called him a bitch. And he's secondly claiming that Fresh was backbiting you, is his suggestion. So number one, with regards to Myron, he did speak back. And more importantly, the goal is not to escalate into a physical conflict. So I think that all worked out just fine. And I think Myron was the one that asked you to leave in the first place. So, that was pretty much that all went as one would expect. And by the way, like you legendary, you're the only motherfucker that went on there as a special guest. Special guest got kicked out. I think you may be the only one in Fresh and Fit history.
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, fantastic. And then he writes that Fresh talked about Jamal also after he left. That's correct. And as we said, in fact, as Tommy said, they're the host, right? So they're the host. It's a different position. But I don't think that was proper. I think it's more proper to talk about someone to their face. And that I've said many times. The second part from this fella, he writes, you was at the Vegas FNF show. You saw how crazy Myron was talking to the girl they casted on the Vegas show. Didn't keep that same energy with Jamal calling him a bitch in his own house. Call that out. You won't though. Bro, I appreciate you supporting the work. I would politely ask you to use periods just because it helps me understand you.
You took the words out of my mouth, player. That's why I was like, damn, it's hard.
Yeah, because you're making me look stupid while I'm reading this. Like, I would
Son.
appreciate that because I want to honor the fact that you sent in your question. And what it seems to me that you're suggesting that Myron should have gotten to a physical altercation with Brandon. He said, "Hey, I don't like the way you're behaving on my podcast. You need to leave." That's what more do you want than that? I think that's pretty much what made sense. Go ahead. Go ahead, B.
I called that woman a bitch probably 48 times on that podcast.
The one right next to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
No one said a word. Everybody laughed all night. I'm tired of having to justify myself when the game film doesn't lie. I'm tired allowing myself to feel bullied by you people when you don't want to watch the footage. I'm tired of trying to be human to you people when
You people.
I could just be the cocky
people.
asshole that I am. So the fact of the matter is, after 2 hours of me calling this woman a bitch, the only reason I was told to chill out was because I questioned the structure of the podcast. Myron said, "Brandon, chill the fuck out." I said, "Okay, I'll go." If somebody tells you to chill out in their house and you say, "Okay, I'll go," you left. You didn't get kicked out of shit. And I want to put this on the record.
You are in fact on the record. Go ahead. What you got for the record?
The footage shows you said, "Brandon, chill the fuck out."
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like Get Out?
You know, we should watch back the record then.
I will.
Can you please?
No. Can we please answer that question? Does that sound like Get Out?
I distinctly remember Myron saying, "Okay, then get the F out." End quote.
I'm talking. I haven't gotten there yet.
Look at the order.
We haven't gotten there yet. I'm telling you the order. If you would
let
me.
We need to look at the order. So if you're saying I'll leave and then
now
you get up,
now who's interrupting whom?
If you said I'll leave and you got up, then you'd be correct.
That's exactly what happened. He said, "Brandon, chill the fuck out." Because once again, I called this woman a bitch 40. This is why I got uncomfortable during the podcast. Luckily, I'm smoking. Because people hold me to a standard that they don't hold themselves to. Y'all literally just talked about how I be interrupting people, and you won't let me complete a thought. I told you how I have a stutter. I told you that it's difficult for me to complete my thoughts and I'm emotional about things. I don't acknowledge all my personal weaknesses. So now I'm only going to project strength to you simp-ass, bitch-ass niggas in this chat. I'm sick of y'all niggas. At the end of the day, I was not shown the respect a regular person is supposed to be shown by being allowed to speak when they speak. I don't talk, I speak. It's very different. I try to act humble for people, but I'm not. I didn't appreciate the disrespect. That being said, on that podcast, I called that woman a bitch approximately 67 times. No one said shit to me about that. If they'd have checked me on the first, second, or even 17th bitch, it wouldn't have got out of hand like that. But all they did was laugh for 2 hours. But then all of a sudden, when I question the structure of the podcast, I'm told to chill out. Chill out does not mean get out, because it's not the same word. I don't care what anybody says. Then I said, "Okay, I'll go." I left that podcast, and Myron and Fresh and Fit told the world that I was kicked off. That is the literal definition of slander. And we're suing you. We're suing YouTube. We're suing Rumble. We're suing every professional channel who perpetuated a false narrative that I was kicked off when the game film shows. It even shows with the captions on my page, "Brandon, chill the fuck out." Okay, I'll go. And then the woman said, "Who does he think he is?" I said, "I'm that nigga and I'm leaving." Play the tape.
Now, number one, this is a reaction.
Please play the tape.
So we don't know if it actually is going to give the whole piece, but let's take a look.
It's on my page. If you want to find it, go on my page. It's got captions.
Hold on one second. Let me turn the volume up.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit more.
Right. Who is this guy?
See about the 5 to 10 seconds preceding to that, if you can. Done with you niggas. These niggas finna send me to law school.
Chill the fuck out, bro. I'm doing too much now. I'm leaving.
Right. Who is this guy?
All right, bro. What the fuck? All right, bro. Just
LOL.
Just leave.
Nope. You still didn't start it early enough. You still didn't start it early enough.
Chill the fuck out, bro. I'm doing too much now. I'm leaving.
You still didn't start it early enough.
Hold on one second. Stop talking for a sec so I can hear what the video's saying.
Chill the fuck out, bro. I'm doing too much now. I'm
Still
leaving.
not starting it early
All right,
enough.
bro.
All right, whatever.
All right, bro. Just
LOL.
Damn, the worst part is that a lot of people are talking during it, but what it
That's
does
why.
seem
That's
as
why
though
I'm
that you
politely. That's why I'm
actually-
politely asking you to start it like 5 to 10 seconds prior. That's all I've been asking.
I got you, but let me tell you this respectfully. Number one, you start talking. I'm not sure if you're talking to the audience or talking to me.
The
Number
audience.
one,
Pardon me.
number one,
No, you let me talk. My bad.
you shouldn't be talking to the audience because they're not here. It's just you and I. It's just you and I here. Number one. Number two, if you plan on going far in the spotlight, then you need to have grace, which is to say, if you're going to be in the spotlight, you're somehow more worthy than the other people who are watching you. And you have to be able to display that on a regular basis. Like the reason I'm the guy is because I can handle the weight. So I engage you with respect because I'm a respectable person. Like I'm talking to you right now the way I would talk to you like if you were sitting in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to you like if you were literally sitting in front of me. And I'm not like anybody else on the internet. Like I'm a thorough nigga, like in a real way. So I want to be super clear that like if you talking to the audience, say I'm talking to the audience, but my advice is not to talk to the audience. My advice is just to talk to me. Go ahead.
My humblest apologies if you felt like I was talking to you. I could totally understand why it would look like I was talking to you. My humblest apologies. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I learned about 5 years ago that my genuine and sarcastic voice are exactly the same. And I'm okay with that. But I've also learned that people don't listen to me when I talk because they put their feelings in front of it. Like I explain myself and explain myself and explain myself over and over again.
Look here, B. Here's the thing. You got a great song, phenomenal song. It wouldn't have been successful if it wasn't a phenomenal song. But you's a soft nigga, B. You's a soft nigga.
What
That's
is
all there
soft?
is.
I
You's
was
a
literally
soft, sensitive nigga, man.
May I speak?
You's a soft, sensitive nigga right now. And it's like,
oh my goodness, may I please speak?
Hold on. All of this, oh my goodness, this excessive emotion, it's not necessary. I brought you on to treat you with respect. This excessive emotion, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize to me.
But I apologize.
It's just what you have to practice doing is self-management. You're having trouble with self-management.
I'm not. I'm having trouble with holding people to the standard that they're holding me to. You all literally just went on a soliloquy about how I was interrupting you when you spoke. And then
Who is you all? Did I one time say that you interrupted me?
You did. I literally asked you for the feedback, sir. And
listen.
I said,
I say that you interrupted me.
I'm trying to let you know when.
So what is happening is you responded to a chat and then you asked me. You asked me.
And I took the criticism.
Listen, hold on one second, partner. Before that, I never said, hey, you're interrupting. I said,
I'm not trying to talk to you aggressive, sir.
No. Chill. You need to hear this. Before that, I never said, hey, you're interrupting me. Hey, stop talking. Because I'm fine with you interrupting me in as much as you're the guest. I want you to have the floor. If you start talking and you cut me off, I'm going to hang back. I'm fine with that.
I'm getting the light, just so you know. I'm not doing anything weird.
Yeah, go ahead. So the point is, the audience mentioned that. And then you said, was I interrupted? Yeah, clearly I was, but it was not a problem. Go ahead.
I'm not acting like it was a problem. I'm just recapping the game film. I'm not trying to. I even apologized in case you thought I was talking to you when I was talking to the people who were. You're literally bringing up messages of people coming for me, So are you saying that I shouldn't? Is your advice is that I shouldn't? No, I'm asking you for your advice.
Go ahead.
I'm
go
not.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? You laughing at me when I'm just
No, I'm
trying to
not
be
laughing. I'm
transparent.
smiling. I'm smiling. But
You know
go
what
ahead.
I'm saying? Like, you clearly are better at this than me. So I'm trying to get your advice.
I'm going to repeat what I said before, which is that if you're going to be in the spotlight, you need to have grace, which is to say that if you're going to be the star, it comes with more love and it comes with more hate. That is the job. It comes with more love, more hate, more money, more women. That's the job. So if you can't handle that, then it's not for you. Like all of that and all that, that's not necessary.
I'm telling you what I've been trying to tell you what the biggest frustration is, and you won't let me finish my thought. The reason I'm getting everything for free tomorrow at Cooper's Hawk is because of the reason I'm about to tell you right now. And maybe you don't realize you're doing it, and that's okay. I told you from the jump, I have a stutter.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm
everything, because we're talking. I'm untrained.
Why are you saying that that's bothering you?
Because it doesn't bother me. It's bothering me that you won't let me complete my thoughts, knowing that I have to compose myself just to do so. That's what's frustrating. It's not a disability because I don't wear it, but it kind of is. That's why I can't freestyle. I'm vulnerable about that. I have a stutter. Nobody respects it when I say it out loud. It's difficult for me to compose my thoughts. The thoughts are there, but getting them out is a process. That's why I get emotional. Because why can't I be allowed to complete a thought like everybody else? Just because it's a little hard. Speaking is difficult for me. I'm sorry.
I think Brandon's taking a little bit of time to compose himself. While he's doing that, while he's composing himself, let me go ahead and acknowledge the folks who have sent